Hi, thank you for stopping by or stopping by again. I really do appreciate it. And I also want to say a great big heartfelt thank you to everybody that's subscribed to my channel. I know it's just a tiny little channel and it's not, well, the best. Not yet anyway. Hopefully someday. Who knows? Anyway, so I finished the Iris Diamond painting. And it took a long time, but I wanted to do it as a start to finish project. And it did take a very long time. I think it took 2 weeks, maybe more, and the editing was crazy. Just trying to get all those hours down to enough minutes so that you guys wouldn't be bored to tears watching it, and I wouldn't be bored to tears. So there was no problems at all with this diamond painting. All of the drills, the diamonds, were perfectly shaped. I didn't run out of any. The only problem that I did have was I didn't really iron the back of the canvas that well. So there's a few little hills in the canvas, but I store my diamond paintings flat, and they're very heavy once they're done, so I'm pretty sure that if I throw a few more on top of this one, that it will definitely flatten out by the time I do the year-end review. It really did take a long time, and I'm sorry about that. But you know, I can only do what I can do, and I can't talk, but I'm trying to do my best is what I'm trying to say. Oh, and I have a terrible confession to make. Do you guys remember when I said that I was going to take the Temu app off my phone because I was kind of upset by some of the diamond paintings, even though it's not like big problems, and you know, if I can fix something I will. So I did take the app off my phone, but I was on my computer the other night, and for some silly reason I thought that I would just go in and see what's on the Temu site. Oh, plus they send you 1,000 emails. Look at this, look at this, look at this. So I just went in and I was just looking at housewares and clothes and knickknacks and all the silliness that they have on their website. And of course I had to look at the diamond paintings, and I happened to order 5 more diamond paintings. I already have 12 here that I need to finish, including another Phoenix, which is the same size as the last one, so it's going to take a long time to do. And oh my goodness, well, some of them, you know, are 12 by 12. Most of them are normal 30 by 40, but it's 17 diamond paintings, and honest to God, when I think, why did I do that? I don't know. It's just we see something we like, and I hope when they arrive that they are what I hoped they would be. I tried to order round drills where I could, but I was, oh yeah, before we get into that, remember I told you that I had planted some sunflowers, the kind that have the edible heads, well, not the heads, but the seeds in the heads. And the last time I told you about it, which would have been the last video, I think, they were 3 inches tall. Well, then all of a sudden they're 9 inches tall, but they all died. It's been so cold here, and they are indoors, but they're by a window. But I think I planted them in pots that were too small, and I mean, they're growing really fast. Unfortunately, they're dead now, so they're not growing at all, but I have lots of seeds left. So I bought some bigger compostable pots, you know, the kind that just disintegrate into the soil. and I bought some more potting soil, and hopefully they will be ready for planting. But it's been so cold here. Like, we had 2 absolutely gorgeous days where the temperature was like summer. It was like 20 degrees Celsius. That's somewhere over the 70s, I think. Or yeah. Anyway, but it has been so cold. Like, today was a warm day compared to the way it has been, but it's only been 10 degrees. That's like, I think around 46. It's under 50 degrees Fahrenheit anyway. So we don't usually plant outdoors here. Like I said, we don't plant outdoors here until after I can't speak anymore, until after Victoria Day, which is the May 24 weekend. So May 24th, we call it the May 24 weekend because it's like the first weekend up at the cottages, and you bring a 24 of beer, and we call a 24 case of beer a 2-4. So I don't know if you guys do that in the States as well, but we do it here. So anyway, I'm hoping that I'm going to replant them. I think tomorrow I have to go to the dentist, and then when I get home, I'm thinking that I'll replant those and then scrub my fingernails and then maybe do this next diamond painting, which is going to be the one that I think it was the last one I received. And it's the one that is supposed to be a 3D effect. It's roses, but it looks like paper quilling. So I'm going to do that one, I think. Yeah, because I just did a big, long one. So I think that one should be pretty easy. And then we'll do another horrible one. I say horrible, but you know what? When I'm doing it, like, I don't have any cares in the world. I'm concentrating on what I'm doing. I'm not thinking about toothaches or leg aches or, not thinking about the whole organ recital business. So it's just a really, really nice thing to do. And now that I'm going to have an extra 5, I think I'd better get onto it. I can't believe that I have 17. I just burped, and I am so sorry, and I hope the recorder doesn't pick it up. But if it does, I apologize. This is terrible. I hope you guys have been doing well. I don't know if most of you are in Canada. I know one of my subscribers is in Saskatchewan. I'm pretty sure they're not planting out there. And Saskatchewan is one of the plains. It's all farming out there for forever. There's a joke about Saskatchewan that it's so flat out there that if your dog runs away, you can watch him for 3 days because it's just that flat. Anyway, I wonder when their planting starts. I wonder when yours starts. And last year I wasn't feeling good at all, so I barely mowed my lawn. But this year I've really got to make an effort. I mean, as you get older, you really have to start to move. And when I worked in healthcare, I used to ask everybody that was well over 90 and some that were over 100, what's your secret to a long life? And they all said the same thing. Some of them drank, some of them smoked, I don't think any of them were out carousing at night, but some of them had some bad habits, but they all said the same thing. Keep moving. And I think they're absolutely right about that. I think sometimes we get complacent, and it's so easy to sit in front of the TV or play video games or just not move around. But I'm trying my best. It's weird not working, but I'm trying to work at this. I'm trying to work at making my house a better place to live. Not that it's bad, but I really do need to paint the basement and that. My basement's kind of damp. It's just a cellar. But not as bad as my neighbors across the street, who is paying this week almost $6,000 because he's got 4 inches of water in his basement. the neighbor next to him, the same deal. So I'm lucky, and I'm trying to be grateful that, yeah, so I get a little bit of dampness there when it rains. I've got a really good humidifier, and it's hooked up to the sump, so I don't even have to empty it, because if I did have to empty it, I would probably have even more water in the basement. Anyway, so I'm really glad that you guys stopped in, and from the bottom of my heart, I really do appreciate any attention you're giving to me. I hope you'll stick with me as we go through these 17, and God help me, if I go on Temu again, I just know that I'm going to order more. Oh, and I was watching YouTube today, and I don't know where I found this lady, but she was at a convention for makers. And there's a place, one of the companies that she looked at was called Diamond Dots. Oh my God, their stuff looks so wonderful. So I'm going to check them out when I get a chance online. And if they ship to Canada, awesome. So we'll have that to look forward to. But first we've got to, and by we I mean me, have to get through these 17 diamond paintings. Anyway, I can't think of anything else to say, and I think we're getting near the end of the video now. I can't record and look at the video at the same time, because I'm sure we could have talked about it. And oh my gosh, I poured an entire cup of coffee. I have a really big coffee cup. It's like 16 ounces. And I sat down at the table to do the diamond painting, and I poured coffee everywhere. I could point that moment out to you. Even though I cut it out, I know exactly where it happened. Anyway, have a great day, and stop by soon, and hopefully I'll have a video ready for you soon. Thank you again so much from the bottom of my heart.